I've seen a lot of videos online about this take on what I would do different or how I would do it this way. And for me personally, I think that these videos are not all correct in what they say. So if you are seeing this video, I hope you stick around because I'm going to tell you my experience in what I did and what I wish I could do better knowing the market of aviation in 2026. I'm Jack, a commercial pilot in CFI. Flying has always been a passion of mine, and I love being able to share that experience as a pilot and instructor for those who are curious about soaring through the sky. I hope you enjoy today's video, that you fasten your seatbelt, and that you enjoy the ride. How's it going, everybody? My name is Jack. I'm a commercial pilot and flight instructor, and in today's quick little mini video, I figured I would just give you both an experience video for me personally of how I got into aviation, as well as how I would apply that to today's world if I was starting fresh. There's a lot of videos out there that currently talk about this topic, and some of the videos are kind of sugarcoating the real issues that people are trying to understand. So for me, with me being a small channel, I figured I would try and attack some of these issues that I think people should know and understand about. So, if you are one of those people, let's talk about it. First clarification I want to say is it doesn't matter how old you are when you start, whether you're 16 or whether you're 60. It really doesn't matter. As long as you have the passion and the drive to start in aviation, that's all you need to get going, right? That's the biggest thing. But the first thing that I would say is I would get your private pilot's license as soon as you possibly can. I'm specifically referring to the people who are younger, who are in high school or college, right? Get that license done. It will save you a lot of stress and a lot of homework for when you actually do start pursuing it. Because once you get past private, that's when it all professionally starts. Your private license is not a license that you are pursuing to become a professional. Your private license is one you are getting to understand how the airplane flies and why you want to choose aviation. Once you get your private, you can let loose, you can fly, you can experience it for the first time. It's a fun feeling that I think people miss the point of, and that's just going straight into the commercial training, straight into the professional field, right? Get your private license early so that you can enjoy it, see why you actually love this industry and why you want to actually fly, so that when the time is right and you feel like, yeah, I actually want to pursue this now, you have the tools and the resources already in your back pocket because you did some of the hard work to start it, and all you got to do is continue going after it. The next thing that I would do different with 2026, and this is based on the hiring market as well as how many pilots are on the street with hours, is I would do one of two things. If you are on the younger side, I would choose to go to an accredited Part 141 flight school at a 4-year university. And the reason why I say accredited is if it's not, the FAA will not give you the 141 privileges. I did not make the mistake of going to a 141 school, but I did make the mistake of waiting too long to see that the FAA did not give my school that accreditation. And I have the list in my last video on this that I will link down below. You can go check out and see for yourself what exactly I'm talking about here. And if you want that full video, I'll leave it down below. But basically, an accredited school will give you less hours to get to the airlines. And this is going to be your ticket in. Most airlines are not necessarily hiring people off the street anymore. They want people who will put in the work and will actually think you will get there because you dedicated 4 years of your life to something. If they can see you did that, then you're going to be just fine. And with the 121 rules nowadays, if you get the 141 benefits, you have an easier ticket in to the airlines. And I'll kind of talk about that here in a little bit. Now let's get to the older side. If you are on the older side where you're out of college, you already have a degree, maybe it's your second career and you want to kind of change gears, you're not out of the woods yet, right? The best thing you could do for yourself after you just get your private, see what it's like, is to go to a non-flight school accelerator program. And what do I mean by this? Well, I mean, don't go to a school that makes you get a loan that's 20% APR year after year, that makes you pay up front, get you your ratings, only to leave you stranded with low time and nowhere to go, right? Go find a flight club or go find an instructor that has an airplane and can dedicate the time to get you done. Because at that point, you have control over the entire thing. You have control over your money. You have control over the amount of hours you want to get. You have control over the instructor that you're flying with. At a school that makes you pay up front, you give them control and you relinquish all your rights at that point as a student pilot. going to be a professional pilot. And that's not something you want to do, knowing you just took out a massive loan to try and go somewhere only to find out the aviation market is swamped with people, right? Go down the route of finding a CFI or a club that lets you rent the airplanes and just do it that way. You will save a lot of time and a lot of hassle. And if you have a 4-year degree, that makes it even better for you because you've already done the hard work at that point. So don't waste another couple years at a school that's going to sit you down, tell you need to do this, and get your head in the mud. You have as much time as you need to get this thing done, and don't let anyone else put you on a schedule that you think is unrealistic. The third point that I wish I did sooner, and this is where I'm going to talk about with those 141 benefits, is to join a cadet program quicker. There are a lot of cadet programs out there for all the regionals as well as some of the bigger carriers that allow you to get in a quicker time scale than just being hired off the street. And the reason why I say do the cadet programs is some of them are actually a part of 141 programs. So if you go to a school that's accredited and you have the 141 benefits, you will more likely have a better chance of getting picked up by a regional or one with a cadet program versus getting hired off the street with your benefits. And the reason why I say that is the experience factor. By you going to a dedicated flight program that's accredited by the FAA, that gives you the credibility that these cadet programs are set up for. And that's a flow-through program by a registered agent or a registered school that they know they can trust. And if you're not in that scenario where you're not going to an accredited flight school, you're just kind of doing it the 61 route, there's nothing wrong with that too. There are cadet programs out there that you can apply for and still get in. Doesn't mean you'll get in all the time or you won't get in right away. You might have to do a couple more interviews, but long story short, you will still get in that way because that's how I got in that way. And then the last thing, and this is the thing that I think I need to hit on the most because I don't see enough people doing it, is network, network, network. But I'm not talking about meeting people face to face, friending them on LinkedIn, and calling it a day. I mean, go to any event you can go to, whether it's an air show like Sun and Fun or Oshkosh, whether it's an aviation hiring expo like RTAG, LPA, right? Women in Aviation, all these big ones. Or if it's something as small as a flying event at your local airport, right? Whether it's a pancake breakfast, whether it's an actual, hey, Wings and Wheels event. These events have two things that I don't think people know enough of. And that's one, curated places for pilots to just hang out in the natural environment. And then two, people of all backgrounds in their element. Not in a hiring element, not in a, hey, I'm here for a particular reason, just to go out, hang out, talk to people, and just talk airplanes. These events are where people get to see you for who you really are as a pilot. That is what you are there for, and that is what the expectation of it is. You're a pilot, and you want to go hang out with other pilots. If people like you enough, they may open up about what they do in the workforce, and that's how you will get a job. And that's how I got hired on my operation to get the hours I needed to be where I'm at now. So the biggest thing that you can do for yourself where you're at in your stage, whether you're just a starting out pilot or you have the hours and you're looking to go somewhere, just be yourself at some of these events. It doesn't matter what it is, how it is. You have no idea who you're going to meet until you meet them. And that's where it just takes a lot of effort on your part to just go out there, put your name out, and be yourself. I don't think enough people do that today until the time is right. And the reason why I say the time is right is when they're at 1,500 hours, they have a nice suit, they have the resume built, and they think they're going to get hired because they have the minimum qualifications. I know people who didn't have the minimum qualifications, met the people beforehand, had a relationship with them, and got hired quicker than anyone ever could have at 1,500 hours, all because they established a relationship with them. It does not matter your experience or your qualifications. It matters about who you know and how you know them. Because if you have a good relationship with people, with how small this community is, that's ultimately how you'll get the job. And that's how you will actually be able to get the experience you need to then go to an airline or to go to a cargo or a charter operator. That is where it begins. And if you don't do enough of that socializing to just meet people, but then actually establish a relationship with them and be able to just hang out with them like your best buds, then you're not going to get hired at a place you would never expect. So again, the long story short for all of this stuff is it doesn't matter if you don't go out and meet people. But not just meeting them at an event once and calling it a day. We're talking consistency, and we're talking a long-term relationship with these people that you think would benefit you and would benefit them. So that being said, that's my quick spiel on this. There's not a whole lot you need to think about. The biggest thing that I want you to understand is you just have to go and do it, right? At the end of the day, you don't get anywhere without doing anything, right? You have to just eventually just say, yes, I'm all in, I'm going to get it done. But at the same time, you also have to know what to do in the scenarios that you're in. And that's where meeting people helps, and going through schools that save you money or getting a degree with an outlet to go somewhere will benefit you much better than just spending a lot of money up front, trying to get something done at a school that's saying, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, and doesn't give you control over your scenario. The best thing you can do for your career is to own it, to take the reins yourself, and to go after it that way. Don't give the reins to someone else. You have to have control the entire time, and you have to know what you want out of it so that your goals will line up with your expectations. That way your CFIs and the people you meet will know what you want to do, and they can realistically help you get there if you let them. So that being said, thank you so much for watching this mini video. Again, I'm not a big creator, so I hope it reaches you if you need it. And if you would like to see more, I have an Instagram and a website you can check out. I do personal teaching and I do consultation as well. If you want to go to my website and sign up for one, I'd be happy to chat with you, help you with your goals, meet your expectations. And if you have any questions too, leave a comment down below. I'm happy to respond and give you any advice that you might need. If you did enjoy today's video, I hope you like it and potentially subscribe. Not trying to win you over, I just like making content that helps you out and gets you going where you want to go. So if you did enjoy this, it'd mean a lot to me if you did stick around. But if not, is what it is. I appreciate you for watching the video today. With that being said though, thank you guys again so much for all the support the last couple of months. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. See ya.